Harrison, thank you so much for talking to us today. Obviously, a really busy day for you here at Donington, especially over the weekend as well. How's it all gone for you this weekend?
Yeah, it's been a good weekend. Obviously, 2 podiums. Obviously, yesterday was my first ever podium in the British Talent Cup, and obviously with a second place, I'm more than happy with that.
No, that's really good. Obviously, you've had an amazing weekend here. How are you planning to take that momentum into Silverstone next weekend, supporting MotoGP?
Yeah, obviously, coming off 2 podiums obviously gives you that massive confidence boost. So obviously going into MotoGP, I've got all the confidence I need really to be battling up the front again.
Quite different tracks, though, aren't they, Donington and Silverstone? How are you navigating that change?
Yeah, Silverstone's a lot different to Donington, I'd say. It's more of obviously it's a MotoGP track and it's like European, so it's big, wide, fast and flowing. So it'll be interesting with the smaller riders, obviously quite quick in a straight line. So it'll be it'll definitely be interesting races.
How are you feeling going into that weekend? Do you feel a bit more confident having all the experience you've had with Talent Cup so far, or are you feeling a bit nervous?
Yeah, I think obviously I'm the one who's been in Talent Cup the longest. Obviously this being my 5th season, so I am the one with the most track knowledge out of all the tracks. So obviously that in itself gives me the confidence boost. And like I said, obviously 2 podiums, and I know I can be up the front. So yeah, really excited.
Well, like you said, you have been in Talent Cup the longest now. Can you just sum up it's your 5th season, so can you sum up your time in British Talent Cup for us?
Yeah, so obviously my first season I was with Wilson Racing, Gary Wilson. I was first season steady away. Sadly didn't get any points, but you know we was there or thereabouts, so it was good. And so I've been with Gary. I was with Gary for 4 years until last year. Great team, you know, Ian and Gary are great. You know, data, bike, mechanicking. It's a really good team, and they're really the people who probably got me to the stage I am now. And obviously now for the 2025 season I'm with the Cavara RS Racing team. So it's gone really good start to 2025.
Yeah, it was your first weekend with the team, obviously bringing home that double podium, so congratulations. How are the 2 teams different? How have you navigated that change?
To be totally honest, it's more bike-wise setup. So you know the bikes obviously are all the same in the Talent Cup, but it's just maybe the way the team set it up. So for example, Ryan, suspension, you know, may adjust it a little bit different. The ride height of the bike might be slightly different. So a few little things, but they make a massive difference for when you're riding the bike. So yeah, mainly just bike setup and stuff like that what makes the biggest difference and helps me gain my speed.
Yeah, of course. Also, aside from the podium then, just in general, incorporating yourself with the team, how has that gone this weekend? Have you fit in nicely?
Yeah, the team environment is really good, very professional, and you get a mechanic to yourself, so they know what I like, so it works really well, and I'm really happy with how this first round's gone.
Wow, congratulations for some great results this weekend.
Thanks.
We're just going to talk quickly about your racing career so far then, because a lot of people I think will want to know how to get into racing. Obviously, Talent Cup's a great pathway into riding the bigger bikes. So can you talk about a little bit how you got into racing and how you got to where you are today?
Yeah, so I started when I was about 8 or 9. My stepdad actually did the Isle of Man TT, so I was going over there, watching all of that. So bikes in general, was obviously watching them all the time, and he was doing Stock 1000 at BSB at the time as well. So obviously being round the paddock, obviously watching the bikes 24/7, obviously is what kind of got me into it. And same with my mum. My mum used to take me to Cadwell Park, which is my home track, all the time, whenever we could. So that's what got me into the paddock, and obviously loving bikes in itself. But then actually getting into racing, I started in it's called Fab Racing, which is like mini bikes, little mini motos, and then you got like Metric 50cc and then 70cc. So yeah, I started on one of them, a little mini moto, did that for 2 years, but because I was quite late starter, I quickly moved up to one of the bigger Metric, which is like a 50 and 70cc. Yeah, I was in that for 2 or 3 years, so I think I was about 12 when I finished that. And then from there really, as long as you got the pace, you can easily move up to the British Talent Cup, because the switch between a Metric kit, them 2 bikes are kind of quite similar. So you'll see a lot of people coming from Fab, moving up to British Talent Cup, or even B&B on the pit bikes. It's a good step to come to the British Talent Cup, so that's what I did, and then obviously ever since I've been here.
For 5 years now?
Yeah, 5 years, long time.
Has it flown by though?
Yeah, it's been a very quick 5 years. I can't really remember what I did last year, let alone what I had for breakfast this morning. So yeah, it's been really quick, it's flown by, so I'm happy we're finally getting on that podium.
So then let's talk a little bit about the future. Obviously, like we've said many times in this interview, you've been here a long time. What is the next step for you in your career? What do you hope to do next? Is a move to the European Talent Cup something in your sights, or what have you got going on?
Yeah, so obviously depending on this year, so we're obviously Dorna runs British Talent Cup, and obviously they're looking at the best people they think will suit moving on to European Talent Cup or Junior GP or even Red Bull Rookies. So obviously, depending on how this year goes, if I'm in the top 3, then I could get the chance to go to Red Bull Rookies for the year, or a free ride in ETC or whatever. So if I get that, then great, I'll be going over to Spain and riding over there. But if not, it's fine. Obviously, sport bike in BSB is an option, or even super sport. I'd definitely be more than happy to even do either. So we'll have to see how this year goes.
So is it not something you've planned yet? You're just going with the flow?
No, not yet. It's too early in the season, but if it carries on like this, then we'll definitely be having a chance of getting into Red Bull Rookies or whatever.
Yeah. Have you got experience with those European tracks? Have you done any test days out there? Do you know any of them?
I've done a few over the last few years. Jerez, there's loads. But mainly probably not. No. So if I was going to go out there, it would take a lot of learning. I'd have to start from the beginning again, learn all the tracks. So it would definitely be a difficult step from what we've seen previously with other riders. But I'd definitely be up for the challenge.
No, I'm sure wherever you go, you'll be absolutely brilliant. But actually, had a long season ahead. Looking even further forward, then obviously you are only 17, very young still. What is your ultimate goal? Where do you hope to be in 5-10 years? What is your dream race series?
To be honest, I've been asked this question quite a lot. Obviously, everyone says MotoGP because who wouldn't want to be in MotoGP, whether it's Moto3, Moto2 or MotoGP, the top class. Yeah, obviously everyone would love to be there, but let's say Superbikes in BSB, if you end up there, that is still a good step, because from there you can go to World Superbikes, and then from there you can even go to MotoGP. So there's multiple ways you can get to the top step in MotoGP. So yeah, I'd be more than happy in BSB or World Superbikes, whatever. It's all good. The competition here in BSB is still great, and we've seen Kyle Ride and other riders come from BSB to go and do wildcards in World Superbikes, and they're performing well out there. So we're definitely not lacking any speed over in Britain.
No, I definitely agree with you. I think it's underestimated how quick the Brits are. So you're repping us very, very well.
Yes.
So just looking for this season, then let's go scale it back a little bit. Obviously, you haven't had your first weekend with your team. If I spoke to you at the final round, how do you hope your season's gone? Are there any specific goals you have? Obviously, starting with a double podium is incredible. Is it the win? Is it going for the title?
Yeah, so I'd be, obviously, like I say, carrying on with this with what we're doing at the moment with 2 podiums. Obviously, I want that win. Now I know I can be there. Obviously, I'm itching for that win. I've been so close this weekend, but obviously, sadly, can't get it. But yeah, the main goal, just points. It's so early in the season, so you don't need to be taking too many risks to go for that win. It's all about collecting points. We've got 16 more races from here, so yeah, play the long game.
No, I was saying to a rider earlier, I said that all the podiums just add up over the season, and consistency is key. So carry on the way you're going, and the sky's the limit.
Definitely.
Well, Harrison, it's been an absolute joy to speak to you. Thank you very much for your time, and good luck for Silverstone next weekend.
Thank you very much.